Hi, little Worldshakers. It's Miss Fredolyn, the children's director. You know what month this is? You're right, it's November. This whole series is talking about rolling with what you got. There's so many times that we want more and more, especially with Christmas. We probably want more gifts and more toys. But this series, we're talking about being grateful for what we have right now. But before we go into this powerful story, let's jump into worship. Come on, get on your feet and join me in worship.
I've got a reason to keep believing through whatever comes my way. 'Cause I put my hope and trust in the only one who's faithful every day. In the darkest night, you are by my side. I'm never alone because I know I can always trust you. I can always trust you. Every day and every moment. My future, yeah, you hold it. I know it. I can always trust you. I can always trust. I can always trust. I can always trust you. I can always trust. I've got a Savior who will always walk me through whatever comes my way. 'Cause I put my hope and trust in the only one who's faithful every day. In the darkest night, you are by my side. I'm never alone because I know I can always trust you. I can always trust you. Every day and every moment. My future, yeah, you hold it. I know it. I can always trust you. I can always trust. I can always trust you. I can always trust you. Every day and every moment. My future, yeah, you hold it. I know it. I can always trust you. I can always trust.
Great job on worship. Last week, we talked about being content, being happy with what you have right now and not wanting more. Today, our story is about wanting more and having it cause misery. Sometimes when we want something so bad, we're willing to do something that may haunt us in the long run. Let's listen to the story and see how Ahab deals with a mistake that he shouldn't have made come true.
The Bible, it's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of 1 Kings, chapter 21.
After David and Solomon, many kings ruled the lands of Judah and Israel. Some of them listened to God, but most did not. King Ahab was worse than any other king of Israel before him. He only thought of himself and did exactly as he wanted to do.
Do exactly as I want.
Yes, Your Highness. What do you want?
4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and 1... Oh, it escapes me. Just bring me some pears flambé.
No one ever said no to King Ahab, not even his wife, Queen Jezebel.
Am I the most fabulous king to ever rule this land?
Yes, of course, because you have me.
King Ahab was certain he had everything he could ever want. That is, until he took a drive into the neighboring town of Jezreel.
Ooh, just look at that lovely vineyard. It is perfection. Stop at once.
King Ahab examined the green leafy vines and the heavy bunches of grapes.
What fantastic fruit. The soil must be excellent. You, over there.
Who? Me?
Who, me, your majesty?
Who, me? Your Majesty?
Of course, you. Do you own this fine vineyard?
I do, Your Majesty.
Excellent. You must sell it to me at once, and I shall turn it into a vegetable garden.
No,
Excuse me?
Your Majesty.
I'll pay good money. I'll trade you a better vineyard.
I said no, Your Majesty. May the Lord keep me from giving you the land my family handed down to me.
You... What? No!
King Ahab was enraged. When he returned to the palace, he threw himself down on his bed and refused to eat anything, even date cakes dipped in honey.
Why are you in such a bad mood? Why won't you eat anything?
Naboth won't give me his vineyard.
Oh, snap out of it. You're the king. I'll get you that vineyard.
Queen Jezebel was just as bad as her husband, or maybe worse. She wrote a letter to the leaders of Naboth's town.
Here is your mission, which you must accept. Number 1, announce a special day and give Naboth an important seat. 2, have 2 bad guys sit across from Naboth and claim that he cursed God and the king. 3, drag Naboth out of the city and throw stones at him until he dies. That should clear.
Queen Jezebel sent her message, and the leaders of Naboth's town followed it, to the letter.
Tell the queen, mission accomplished.
Queen Jezebel was delighted by this terrible news and immediately went to find King Ahab.
Oh, woe is me. Naboth won't give me...
Get up! Take over Naboth's vineyard. He's dead.
What? Mine! All mine!
King Ahab ordered his chariot and set off at once for Jezreel.
We'll rip out these annoying vines, plant peas, parsnips, potatoes.
But even as Ahab garden partied, God spoke to the prophet Elijah.
Go down to see Ahab. You will find him in Naboth's vineyard. Ahab has gone there to take it over.
God gave Elijah a special message for the king. Elijah had faced Ahab before and knew the king would not be pleased to see him.
Okay, here goes.
Elijah traveled to Jezreel and found Ahab in the vineyard.
Pull out that row of vines. Dig up the soil.
King Ahab.
The king turned. His eyes narrowed as he spied Elijah.
My enemy, you found me.
The Lord says, haven't you murdered a man? Haven't you taken his property?
No, not me personally. And now he doesn't need it anymore. So
You've done what is evil in the sight of the Lord. The Lord says, I am going to bring horrible trouble on you. You have caused Israel to sin.
Oh.
For once, Ahab listened to a message from God. He tore his clothes, a sign of great sorrow for what he had done. He put on the clothing people wore to show sadness.
No food.
Not even date cakes dipped in honey?
Not even date cakes dipped in honey.
King Ahab and Jezebel had made themselves miserable, taking more and more. And in the end, both of them paid for it.
Wow, Ahab really wanted that vineyard. He wanted more and more. It made him miserable. He didn't want to eat, and he just didn't feel good inside. It's okay if you want more, but make sure it's something you can work towards. It's not something that you want more and more. That's not even going to want you to do what you like doing or even make you happy. Contentment. God once said, watch out. Be on your guard against wanting to have more and more things. Life is not made up of how much a person has. Luke chapter 12, verse 15. Jesus knows there's more to life than so many things. Sometimes your toy that you just got is broken, or that new shirt or dress you got may be out of style in a couple of weeks. There's more to just things. There's memories to be made. There's people to be helped. And just enjoy life. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.